to Root Zones, bringing you the good news and the bad news of crypto. My name is Wayne.
And my name is Manish.
And if you like money and crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Today, we have news on XRP. Let me share my screen. So, XRP, right, is a money transfer network designed to serve the needs of the financial industry. XRP is a cryptocurrency tailored to work on the Ripple networks and is consistently listed among the top 5 cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Now, the Filipino diaspora is one of the 10 largest in the world, with more than 5 million of its citizens living abroad. Many of them live and work in foreign countries so that they can send money back home to their family members. But traditional system of the international payments for these migrants is often slow and expensive, siphoning off valuable funds from every transactions that could be better used for food, rent, and medical bills. For the Filipinos, fueling the 1.8 billion USD in remittance that flow every year from Japan to Philippines, this is can be especially painful transaction. The Philippines is the third largest destination for remittance from Japan, and with Japan 10.50%, having the highest remittance cost in the world, almost twice as much as the average of all the G8 countries, 5.92%. Now, SBI Remit Private Limited, the largest money transfer provider in Japan, is teaming up with mobile payment service Coins.ph, the digital asset exchange platform SBI VC Trade, to transform remittance payment from Japan to Philippines using the on-demand liquidity. The three will provide faster, more affordable remittance options for the customer. This is Ripple's first on-demand liquidity called ODL service implementation in Japan, setting the stage to drive more adoption in the crypto-enabled service in the region. By leveraging on the digital asset XRP to eliminate pre-funding to two companies can also free up capital and accelerate the expansion of their payment business. Now, we see tremendous potential in leveraging blockchain technology to transform not only the way payment transactions are being made, but how we can manage our business by unlocking trapped capital, said Nobu Ando, a representative director of SBI Remit. Now, the launch of ODL in Japan is just the start, and we look forward to continuing to push to the next frontier of financial innovation beyond real-time payments in just the Philippines, but also other parts of the region as well. Now, zooming out, this deal is part of Ripple's explosive growth in the larger Asia-Pacific region, with growing e-commerce cloud, increasing mobile population, and rising clarity around cryptocurrency regulations. Asia Pacific is one of the fastest growing region for Ripple, with transaction growing 130% year over year. Now, this news also comes with the heels of similar partnerships with companies like Noviti and Treglo, as well as Ripple's recent hiring of finance and technology veterans Brooke Ansterwissel as managing director of Southeast Asia Pacific. Looking ahead, Ripple is perfectly positioned to deliver Apex's growing need for faster and more affordable approaches to cross-border payments today, while also helping prepare regional players for the broader enterprise shift to tokenized future that is already well underway. Manish.
Wow. Yep.
XRP.
So XRP is always a good option in terms of transferring payments, accepting
Exactly.
as a payment gateway. So you can see here, I think last time you shared this.
Yep, I did share. Look at the
So
transaction speed.
after Visa, I think it's more popular for the used for as per what's that payment gateway and money transfers.
Right.
So people use this for the cross-border money transfer, and um, I'm I'm seeing that the Philippines also using a lot to transfer the cross-border money transfer. That's
Right.
great news. Yeah.
Right. So, just for the new people who just joined us, so Ripple actually is a money transfer network designed to serve the needs of the financial service industry. XRP is a cryptocurrency tailored to work on Ripple networks, and is consistently listed as among the top 5 cryptocurrency by market capitalization. So that's something to take note as part of education. Hi, Loon. Loon is saying a lot of fun from SEC. We'll
Hi,
see.
hi,
We'll
Loon.
see. We'll see about that. Now, on the second news, what we have, Iran raises alarm for potential influx of miners from China. With the government in Beijing crackling down on this operation, Chinese miners have been on the lookout for others' jurisdiction. Providing low-cost energy, Iran has emerged the prospective destination. However, the country's state-owned utility has expressed concern over a possible influx of miners and illegal imports of mining hardware from China. Tehran warns that the flood of China miner has equipment into Iran. An Iran power generation, distribution and transmission company had issued a warning regarding entry to Chinese currency miners into Iran. Amid the China's ongoing crackdown on the industry, the state-run utility shared its concern of corresponding central task force to combat smuggling of goods and foreign currency. Maybe just so this is actually the total hash rate which we always cover, and it's what Bitcoin, the basically the miners actually help to use the terahashes, right, per second for Bitcoin network to perform that was performed in the last 24 hours. We were here, I think sometime here we were at the 60 over 1,000, 40 to 60,000 until the recent crackdown, and the mining actually dropped to a very low sometime in July. We managed to crawl back up thanks to North America, and now hopefully countries accept the Chinese miners, and see right,
Yeah,
see how we actually climb back up.
along with the Chinese miner, there'll be lots of import on the hardwares which we use
Mm,
it for the mining.
right.
That's one thing, and I'm not sure the China, uh, the resource, the skill miners, are they ready to migrate over, because they have some language barrier also. So,
Mm.
but yeah, of course, the cheap hardware will be helpful for a miner. So definitely they will look to import from China.
Yeah, lower electricity costs in Iran, and also a lot of crackdown that's happening in Iran where they are smuggling mining
Mm.
equipment into the country.
Yep.
So that's something that it's happening slightly around the world. But again, once they are there, we should actually see a very nice run up back as we are starting to see money pouring into the crypto space.
Yep.
So Manish, that's all I have in the news today. Thanks.
Okay. Let me share something.
Yeah, so while Manish sets that up, join us daily live on YouTube and Facebook, 9 p.m. Singapore time and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're based in the US. And if you like money and crypto, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Manish, back to you.
All right. So today I'll be covering the risk management. That's one topic which I was planning to cover it from long. So thought today is the good day. So for the traders and investors, the framework may include the management of multiple asset classes such as cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, share, and real estates. So there are various type of financial risk which can be classified in a various way. In this session, in this live sessions, we give you an overview of a risk management process. It helps present some strategy that can help traders and investors to mitigate some financial risk. So how does the risk management works? Typically, the risk management process involves five steps. One is setting objective. Second one is identifying risk. Third one, risk assessment, and defining a response and monitoring. So depending on the context, however, these steps may change significantly. So let's talk about setting up the objective for the risk management. The first step is to define what are the main goals. It often related to the risk tolerance of the company or an individual. In other words, how much risk you are willing to take to move forward to achieve your crypto goals. This is number one. Second one is identifying risk. The second steps involve detecting and defining what are the potentials risk are. Like if you have a well balanced portfolio, like I covered yesterday, so in that you have to find out what are the risks are. So probably you will see that you will have risk on the some altcoins or meme coins. So that part you have to identify. It aims to a several all sort of events that may cause negative effects in the business environment. These steps may also provide insightful information that is not directly related to financial risk. Number third is you have to assess your risk. That's called risk assessment. After identifying the risk, the next step is to evaluate their expected frequency and severity. The risks are then ranked in order of importance, which facilitate the creation or adoption of an appropriate response. So once your risk assessment is done, then you have to define responses. So define the fourth steps consist of defining response for each type of risk according to their level of importance. It establishes what is the action to be taken in cause an unfavorable event occurs. So here you have to find out the response in case if whatever you have planned it's not in your favor, then what should be your plan B. Number 5 is the monitoring. The final step of risk management is strategy is to monitor its efficiency in response to event. This often require a continuous collection of analysis of data. So, guys, there are several reasons why a strategy or a trade setup may be unsuccessful. For example, a trader can lose money because the market moves against their future contract positions, or because they get emotional and end up selling off panic. Sometimes what happen is when we see our coins or cryptos going down drastically, we get panic. Either we try to swap it with other cryptocurrency which is doing good, where we lose it in the transaction fee, or we sell it in a less price. So these things which we have to avoid it. And there are some example of financial risk along with the short I'll be covering along with the short descriptions how people can mitigate them. So market risk can be minimized by setting up a stop loss order on each trade so that the positions are automatically closed before in occurring a bigger loss. So always use a stop loss. I think I have covered in a previous videos. Uh, then you have a liquidity risk can be mitigated by trading on a high volume market, usually assets which with a high market capitalizations value tend to be more liquid. Then you have a credit risk can be reduced by trading through a trustworthy exchange so that borrowers or lenders uh, don't need to trust each other. So always we prefer to trade on Binance for the cryptos. And then you have operational risk. So the investors and mitigate operational risk by diversifying their portfolio, which I covered yesterday, preventing exposure to a single project or a company. That may also be some research to find a company that are less likely to be experience operational malfunctions. So diversify your investment. And then the final one is the systematic risk can also be reduced by portfolio diversifications. But in this case, the diversification should involve project with the distinct proposal or a company from a different industry. So if you have a portfolio, um, you might think of stable coins, then security coins, meme coins. So those diversifications you need to include it in your portfolio. And finally, the closing thought. Before opening a trading positions or allocations capital to a portfolio, traders and investors should consider creating a risk management strategy. Still, it's important to keep in mind that financial risk can't be completely avoided. Overall, risk management define how to handle risk, but it's certainly not only about mitigating risk, it also involves strategic thinking so that unavoidable risk can be taken in the most of efficient way possible. So hope this informations are useful to you guys, and that's all I have it in the
Thanks, Manish. Yeah, very important to know the mindset. I really like this
yeah.
tips that
So
Manish has shared, especially for risk
yeah,
management. Two mindset that you might want to take note. I'm just going to share my screen for a while.
yeah,
These two mindset. So basically, what Manish has just showed applies to both. However, there's a difference between trader and value investor, right? So as a trader, basically you are buying and selling things like in our portfolio that we have 50%. If you want to go by 50-50 means you hold Bitcoin and then the rest of the altcoins you are trading. So as a trader, you buy and sell, fast profit gains, like the recent Ethereum that we covered using the Bollinger and using the graph technicals as I mentioned on Bollinger. It's also high risk, so there are times where you can lose. So I had someone who actually traded using margins, and then lost $10,000 within a split second, but he was able to sell it off, took the loss because of discipline, like what Manish covers on knowing your exit, entry and exit, and then he converted that to purchase the stock using dollar cost average and managed to recover back about $8,000. So he still lost a 2,000, but he managed to recover back. Now investment is basically to buy and hold, right? So we talk about hodl in the crypto space. So hodl basically is to acquire something like Bitcoin, because we know that there's only 21 million in circulation, out of which 18 million has been mined out, and we left 3 million. So after 3 million is fully mined by 2040, that's it. So then it will be about supply and demand, exchange, and then price price increase or price decrease. It depends. So dividends, of course, is something that is payout, is something that myself and Manish always look for, something that can give us a positive cash flow. So in our crypto space, we'll be talking about staking, earn. Manish, there's a few more, right? Many,
Staking on, then you have
right?
yield farming. So
Yield farming and so forth. And financial statement, of course, doesn't really apply to crypto. However, if I were to change this word, it will be looking at the technical white paper,
yeah,
understanding the
I was
team.
about to say that.
Yeah, looking, going
Roadmaps.
the where's the roadmap, the utility, and then seeing how it fits into the whole ecosystem. And of course, learning a lot. So
Learning a lot applicable to all, anything.
right,
Yeah.
yes, applicable to both also the trader and value investors. Of course, there's different things. We always talk about the four things, and we talk about fundamentals, technical, risk, and cash flow management. Now, the two people that's very famous in this space, of course, is Warren Buffett and George Soros. So both of them, Warren Buffett, if you know Warren Buffett, basically he has recently invested in a bank that deals with cryptocurrency, right? So he's an investor. He doesn't really support the crypto space because he was never a tech person, although he and Bill Gates have been very good, like a father and a son kind of relationship that they have. And George Soros, who's known as the man who brought the Bank of England down, is also recently in the news we covered, is in the crypto space. So they know that these are new technology that's coming in, that's generating a good amount of revenue, money being poured into the market. So that's something that we should also learn from these people who has been around in the investment space. That's all I have, Manish. Let
Yeah,
me
let's move on the market status.
Yeah, let's see what's happening on the market side of things. So, very good news. We are still holding the 50 mark. Very nice to see this. It's been a while since we've seen this at this level. You can see a very nice hit up. So there was a surge of money that poured in, and now we are stabilizing. So let's see whether this continues over the next period of days, because it will be correlated to Lun is doing the green dance again. So yeah, we will be looking at a very nice stability until we hit the cycle of that bull run up. So let's see what's going to happen. Now on the stock market, something also is happening as everything looks green. So I'm not going to cover what in the last couple of days, but there's no fear currently that is happening. In fact, there's more confidence that's coming. I think maybe with a recent push in the crypto space and news that is coming, like what Loon has mentioned last time, the fear to the FUD to FOMO, right? So the narrative always goes between these two. Either they spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt, or now they've spread the fear of missing out. Either ways, one brings the market down so that we can acquire, and the other brings the market up so that we can sell and take our profits. So now looking at the crypto space, love it. Beautiful
Wow.
green, slightly on the lighter side. We always try to look for the 6% darker. But of course, again, Ethereum taking 50% of the market space, followed by Ethereum, 20%, USDT, and the rest of the following altcoins. We have the same number of cryptos, which are about 11,000, exchanges about 390, and the market cap is increasing. Currently now we are at $1.55 trillion that has poured in. So as we start to see this rise to the $2 trillion, we'll see a very nice run up in most of the coins. So in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin is up by 0.73. Bitcoin is up by 0.73. Ethereum is up by 1.7. USDT is up by 0.03, BNB coin is up by 0.78, Cardano is down by 0.14, XRP is up by 0.17, Doge is down by 0.08, Polkadot is up by 3.61, and BUSD is up by 0.05. Solana up by 1.46. We'll look also on the year to date. You can see that if you had invested just 1 year ago on this very day, you would have probably earned a bit more in your Bitcoin. Not so much a 1x. Ethereum is about 2x, 7x for BNB, 6 for Cardano, 1x for XRP, Doge 44x, right? So these are you almost doubling your money almost every year. So that's something to take note. Solana, of course, 17x, right? Double or more. And that's why you can see a lot of institutions are coming in to find ways to actually control and curb that the market, which will eventually reduce this. So we have a few years. Loon says 3 years. We say about 10 years to capitalize on this gain, and so that we can build that future, a bright future for all of us. So DCA, don't FOMO. Very nice rhyme there. Looking at the technicals. So the technicals of Bitcoins, we smashed through the roof with an MA. I'm still looking for the golden, what do you call it? The golden cross, which has yet to happen, but we have crossed. We have crossed on a 1-day chart more than the 34,000. We are hitting the 39, but we are facing resistance at the 40,000 mark, which we anticipated for the last couple of months. I hope we can actually break that. You can see the RSI is pushing through. There's a dip a bit on the volume, so this thing was going to hover until more money comes in and push this to break 40, where we will aim for the next high, which is to break the 44,000 mark, and then we will and if we reach maybe the mid of August, we might see a very nice run up to what we anticipate to be 100,000 for Bitcoin. Manish, with that, I can just open up the floor.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. Loon is, yeah, so we've covered Loon. Let's see. Any questions that have come in? Yeah, so Loon was talking about the SEC. Let's see what's happening to the SEC. I think the SEC now, see, SEC, I don't know whether I'm going to put FUD, but I'll just put Bitcoin. Sometimes we can get to see something that's happening. Okay, there's one thing also on the Ripple lawsuit that is happening. So I think that's something that that is creating issues on the holdback of SEC. Yeah, SEC versus Ripple.
Ripple.
Yeah, so I mean, although we covered today in the news that they won certain deals because they are the fastest. I don't think the lawsuit is going to break them. I think once they win the lawsuit, Manish, this thing is going to fly. So right now it's still affordable. Of course, this is not financial advice, but it's something that if you plan to buy, I think that's a good avenue. Of course, there are risks because currently they are in the lawsuit. Let's see. Director owns a lot of Ethereum. Loon is quite well versed in all
Well,
this
I
bit.
think XRP, though it's a very good crypto and they have a potential, but this is not something which I was crazy about or I was
Yeah,
following up.
yeah, I know what you mean. It's not something like we are excited about the new
We are
nation,
excited about, yeah.
right? So even if you look at 1 year, of course, we were somewhere. Yeah, we can see a very nice stability here. It's slightly high now. We were at
It has a
0.53.
good roadmap, good project plans. That's definitely, I can see that. Let's see
Yeah,
what is the future of XRP.
yeah. So even in Max also, yeah. See the height actually in when was this? This was 2017. It was actually doing about $3.3,
Yeah.
and this is the kind of charts that is something that I don't personally like, because you can see that as at a single day $3 can just, I mean, this is a nice run up, right? You buy it at 0.03, and then the next thing you know it's at $3.40. So and just in a single day it just dropped. It's like, yeah. So while it's fast, I don't feel stability is there. So it's something that I would use as trading, using the technicals and also at the same time market news. But
Trading
yeah,
or
but not
probably staking and all those. Yes, we can use it.
yeah, but not something that. And you can see actually volumes, right? Yeah. So let's see
Binance
what's.
already have a KYC, no? Don't?
Yeah. So KYC is there, but I think what Lun is saying is that more stringent things on the KYC, because I
Maybe
think
now the free account is also there. Like without any KYC, you can do
yeah,
a like investment. Um,
yeah.
Probably only the withdrawal you can have a $300 limit, but
Mm,
send and receive you can still do it. So I think they are going to stringent the rule of
yeah. In fact, CZ
even if
made
you
a
create, yeah,
right.
the
In fact,
limit to 0.6 per day instead of 3 Bitcoin. Yep, that's
mm,
earlier they had it 3 Bitcoin. You can transfer it with a free account. Yes, if your account is not verified, you can transfer 3 Bitcoin. Now, if they are reducing to 0.6, good step. I really like this kind of decisions when Binance takes it.
yeah, yeah. I feel to be honest, I feel safe with them.
Yeah, I feel safe with that.
You
The
know, and
more verified users will be in a Binance, the less chances will
right.
be for the hacking and those phishing kind of
Yeah, I think
stuff.
CZ was also talking about leaving, right? It was stepping down. The Binance CEO is willing to step down as the world's biggest crypto exchange welcomes regulation. So I think he wants to step down from his role and exchange to become a fine to exchange seeks to become a regulated financial institution, right? Because under scrutiny recently. I'm not too sure why. I mean, that's so, but let's see. I caught that actually in the news,
Some
and
strategies, right?
yeah,
Maybe they want to bring some European face or US face,
mm,
probably part of strategies. Not sure.
yeah.
Probably we'll
Let's
see.
see
Let's
what's
see
the plan,
who's the coming up. Yeah.
right? And normal leverage for certain countries. Yeah. I I I I'm still what is this?
Quite a good
Well, I
guy,
like
quite an intelligent guy. I really
yeah.
admire him. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a good team, and I'm trying to find the balance between having a good security by knowing who's their customer, a trusted platform. I think that's important. So long as it doesn't eat away into into profits, right? Like the recent bone that I transferred the Shiba bone, 19 million became 14 million, and then after that, in order to execute that, they take Ethereum. So
Yeah.
whenever that happens, Manish, I always have this
They
thing
keep
that
eating
it's
your Ethereum and give you some peanuts in
yeah, and I
that
feel that Ethereum has value, but what they're giving me is like taking silver for me and giving me paper
paper.
that has no value. And they call it bone and they call it so that's something I mean I haven't checked on it. I left my 14
But
million
yeah, but
coins.
your that video is exploding in YouTube.
Yeah, for some
Still
reason.
exploding.
Yeah, for some reason and
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe reply back to that video and say that it's not something worth it to me, to
One
be
thing
honest.
I'm really excited to know about how the customer service of Binance. Have anyone has tried approaching customer services for any issues? So far, they are very transparent. Things
Mm.
are uh, very user friendly interface. I would say that very rarely we are reaching to customer care, but
Yeah,
we want to, yeah,
mm. Yeah, good question, Manish. I think we want to test.
we want to test how
Mm,
the customer care, or do they have first customer care or not,
yeah,
any kind of
they do have
response
customer
support.
support,
Yeah,
right? You know, see, even they have security tips and whatnot. But not in the sense that we never had to do it, right? It's mostly self service, right? Reset
yeah, mostly
password
self
account.
services,
Yeah,
but
you
you
can
have a
reset.
chat also. Chat option is there.
Yeah, so I mean, seems good, right? You can look at all the USA users, unsupported countries, quite extensive. Meaning people might have uh,
See, Loon, you have given me a good idea to cover one session for this, the KYC, Binance KYC.
yeah, yeah. I think we can do one in general for KYC and also against the exchanges. How many are actually moving in compliance similar to Binance?
Yeah, I have couple of videos ideas. One, I want to portfolio management softwares or app. I want to cover it.
Mm.
That's one thing which is very much important, because nowadays we have account in multiple exchanges.
Right.
Sometime we have to log into each exchange to see our money. So if
Exactly.
you have an app where you can centralize track your investment and see your one profile, like how we are doing it for our CoinGecko.
Yeah, CoinGecko was a very good move. In fact, they had Stop Elon there, and I just added Stop Elon.
Almost all the cryptos, the moment it comes, I think they are. It's been listed over there. So CoinGecko is quite good.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks Loon for joining us as always. It's been a pleasure. So,
Yeah,
uh,
and see you on Saturday.
yeah, see you on Saturday. Do join us daily live on YouTube and Facebook 9 p.m. Singapore time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like money and crypto, make sure to smash that subscribe button and do share our content, guys. So this is an education company. We don't give financial advice. However, we share with you what we are doing. Manish, over to you.
All right. So as usual, if you have any further questions, please let us know.
Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.